So now we'll start with this topic, reduce function. Reduce is also similar to map and filter functions. Similar in the sense there will be a slight change in the functionality, right? But the behavior, I mean the syntax, everything is almost similar. The functionality is almost similar. But only thing is the logic, how it applies the logic changes. That is what happens with reduce. Okay, that is fine. Now again, another simple point here. What reduces does is, as name says. Suppose you have group of values like this 1, 2, 1, comma 2, comma 3, comma 4, comma 5. Best example. This is the simple example to understand the behavior of reduce function. Okay. Now, when you have bunch of values or group of values, and all those values, if you want to convert into a single value, if you want to reduce them into a single value, like sum of all those numbers. Okay. Sum of all numbers in a list. Okay. When you do sum, obviously what happens? You might have how many our values? It might be 10, 20, 30, 100,000, 1 lakh. When you do sum, you get a single digit. So means what? That group of values are converted into a single result. And that process, we call it as reduce, right? We get one value finally as result. Okay. That is it, friends. So now this is the simple idea, and everything is same like map and filter. Even the syntax of reduce is similar to that. Okay, you can copy this filter. Sorry, friends, and then just change this to remove filter and change this to reduce. Only difference is we need to explicitly import reduce method. They are not by default available. Like map and filter, we cannot directly use reduce. A small thing we need to add here is we need to import reduce method before we use that reduce. Importing is simple. I'll show you. You can follow that. That's not a big deal, right? Whenever some method is not directly available, then simple thing in Python is we just need to import that specific library in which those methods are available. That package or module or whatever we say. It can be any name, friends. Okay, now after this, so example, the syntax is simple, right? You have an iterable object here as usual, and you have a customized function or a lambda function. You can add any one of these two. We will try to understand both approaches like how we did yesterday. Okay, so let's do that now. So what is that we need? The prerequisites are, what is the prerequisite before we apply reduce? So requisites are, first one, we need one collection, any collection. It can be tuple or list or set or dictionary, anything should be fine. We take list for easy and quick understanding. Second thing, we need a customized function. We have to build a customized function as we did yesterday. We'll go step by step directly with the program as we are clearly aware of what is needed and how to apply them. All these are very clear for us. So let's go to the program first. Okay. And we do two approaches in the program directly. And today what I did is this something, I created a small chatbot you see here. Before I get into the reduce this thing hide, you can see here. I mean, I didn't do too much because these are all APIs. If you know how to integrate that, that is enough. Good. Maybe when I say, you can see here, again, it's asking, how are you? Great, carry on. Then I am asking, let us say something like good morning. Let's see what it says. We have to create all this, right? It is a standard thing that it is saying, hi, how are you? When I say, how are you? I am good. That is the response it should give. This is your intent. I'm just giving you an idea. It's so interesting, actually. I'll come back to the about this thing again in some other this thing. Okay, I'm working on this. Definitely, how are you? I don't know what it is asking. How are you? How are you means I am good. How are you? That is the response it should give. That we have to update in the somewhere here. You can see here. Just a quick idea. I'm not going deep into this. Okay, let me close this window. We don't need this because this is something which I created for chatbot. Okay. So here I think by mistake I added this Rasa project here. So Rasa is something a framework which helps you to build what is that? To build a chatbot. Okay, and definitely it is most happening technology, no doubt about this. And also I just shared a document today, which is something from NVIDIA and Mukesh Ambani, I think, right? Future is going to be completely transition from programming to no programming technologies like AI or something. So, and even he mentioned there is a special mention of Python by Jensen, who is the NVIDIA this thing. Even there are very handful of people who do coding. That is one thing. Second thing is in future maybe mostly we don't need to rely much on coding, and AI is having a lot of AI is going to occupy so much of the market. So that is the discussion. Maybe if you have some time, I shared that video in the this thing. My suggestion to you, because we are having all this, we have good this thing. So my suggestion to you, to all of you is friends, apart from learning Python, also have eye for all these things like artificial intelligence, all that, so that you become very strong in your team because you have both the abilities. You can code and also you can do something with AI. When you have these two skills, definitely you have a best resume in your team. That's it, friends. Just an FYI. I don't want to spend much time here. Okay. So I need to remove all this actually. I don't want this. Yeah, I don't want to see them also. Just deleting Rasa. Okay, we are done with that. And even these also. I thought to delete from this thing. Actually, just a minute, friends. We'll go ahead with just an FYI about those things because I just felt like sharing you the latest happenings and important things that should be noted. This I anyhow I'll make you to implement this Rasa one. It's interesting. You like it so much. So far you are using chatbot in some when you try to log in with some kind of this thing. But now you can only build something like that with you can build something yourself that gives you a great experience and a sense of satisfaction. Okay, right. I'm deleting all this because these are accidentally added here while I'm trying to create this project in some other window. So otherwise it looks more like clutter everything here. So just deleting them. Don't want this clutter in our regular Python. Okay, almost deleted everything.
So what are these PyTube fix, Manohar, in the screen? The
This one,
YouTube download. No, yeah, in the coding one, right? YouTube
oh,
file
this one,
download.
actually, I tried to download this video of this one. Who is this? Ambani as
Okay.
well as, but that video is not getting downloaded. And that too, if we should download high resolution videos, it is asking to get premium this thing
Okay.
account for our YouTube. So I thought because we are Python developers, right? So what I did is nowadays everything is there with Python. I just checked for a code if something helps us to download this YouTube video. So then PyTube is a Python, what shall we say, module which helps you to download videos from YouTube. You got it
Okay.
right? PyTube fixes that. Even this one is that. These are the modules.
Hmm.
Got it right. We have to install something called PyTube. What is that?
Yeah, PyTube.
Yeah. So when you install PyTube, you get all this. That's it.
So is it working? Are you
Yeah,
able to
definitely. Yeah,
down?
it got downloaded. Yeah, it got downloaded to this path. Let me show you. So
Oh, okay, okay.
yeah, it worked. And maybe now I can download any video from what is that? Any restricted video from download. So this is a simple hack actually. It's all about your interest. That's all. I have a lot of passion for Python and artificial intelligence.
Can you share this? Can you share this code?
Yeah, already I shared it. Maybe if you want, I can share it again here as well. I put it in our all our what is that one?
Did
Groups. Yeah. WhatsApp. I shared in the WhatsApp
you?
groups.
Yeah. That photo. Yeah. I see. I can see now.
Yeah, no problem. We can take from here. So
Yeah, this is, yeah.
curious case of Manoram. Okay. I generally I have these kind of curiosities, and also I'm thinking slowly to get into some kind of hacking codes as well. Not like something illegal, something legal one, so that we can enhance our applying thing. Okay, that is the only idea. I think we have models here also. Nah? We don't need all this stuff. Okay. So hope I answered your question. Okay, let's get to our.
You did not send. Can you do the send button?
Oh, I didn't share. I didn't send. This is becoming quite repetitive issue for us. Okay, fine, no issues. Let's get to our let's get into our business. Slightly we got deviated to
Right,
have some useful information. So just a simple suggestion is that friends, focus. Python has a lot of integration. Okay, it has a lot of connections with many technologies. So my observation is Python with latest happening tools like AI, all that, it is going to use so much. And also you don't need too much of coding with the latest coming AI tools like ChatGPT. I'm using a lot of ChatGPT. Usually I use every day a lot of ChatGPT. Okay. That prompting thing, all that just try to master, and it will differentiate you from your regular developers or regular uh, software engineers. Just my giving you a FYI, maybe it might help you. At least if even it is useful for one of you. Okay, fine. Now, what is it, friends? Reduce underscore. I told scratch file, not scratch file, friends. Python file. Okay. Sorry, creating a reduce test. Okay. So this GitHub thing, anyhow, I'll start taking up after this probably mostly. So now, what is that? Reduce. What we are doing here? We are creating a reduce function testing. Now, what do we do? Just create first step one is you need a iterable object, any collection or any data structure. So create a list of values. Probably integer should be fine. List of values. Once you understand the functionality, later on you can take some complex examples and you can apply it, friends. Just an FYI, okay? So some list one equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Next after this is second one is creating a customized function. Right, customized function and def. So what is that I should do? Reduce means a simple addition. Add should be fine here. To do sum of all these elements, we can just do a simple addition here. Okay, just take two parameters here, x comma y. Okay, then what is that we should do? Just a minute. Should we pass two parameters is the question. Yeah. A return x plus y. Okay, that should be fine. And your uh, that iterator will take care of that. Reduce iterator takes care of passing values. You don't need to worry about it. Just create a customized function like this. That too a normal function. Now we are done with the prerequisites, right? So whatever that we should pass as inputs, we are done with the input requirements. Now let's create a simple. So creating a reduce function or applying anything should be fine. A reduce function. So what you do here, simply reduce of just pass add here. Okay, as first parameter, right? As per syntax of reduce, you can see here. The first one is always a function. It can be customized function or a lambda function. It's up to us. And second one is obviously always iterable object. Okay. So now add comma, just pass our list here, friends. Copy this list and pass that here. Okay. Sorry, keep that inside. And what is that you should do? Assign the result to some variable. Of course, it is showing error. As I discussed, we cannot directly use reduce like map and filter. We need to first import this reduce from where, from this module func tools. There is a something called module func tools. From that you should import. So I did the import now. Once I did import, definitely this works well. So that error is just removed like that. You can see that here. Okay. So now just assign this to output equal to. Now print that output. Generally here we get a reduce object. So if you directly assign reduce to some variable, reduce function to some variable, it returns. What is the return type of this means? By default, it is a reduce object. Okay, we'll see that. We'll just print and see. Copy this and paste it. And it's more like a generator. And if it is a generator, we have to iterate it. What is that we should do? Iterate it, as we discussed in last couple of examples. Some for I in output. Okay, colon, just print that I, friends. Okay. Then that will give you all values. That will help you to iterate all values from this reduce object, which is a inbuilt generator there. So right click and run this now. There is some issue here. What is that issue? Int object is not iterable. What happened? I think we got output here. You can see here 15. Can you see it? Oh, sorry, friends. This is reduced, right? Okay. We just get one value. That one value is returned. We don't need to iterate this. We don't get multiple values. So sorry. I have to come out of map and filter hangover. This is the hangover situation. So now I think we don't need to do any iteration because all these values are reduced to one single value, which is nothing but total sum of all these elements in a list. Okay, just you get it returns one value, just print it, and also it is returning directly the value, not like any generator object. Maybe okay, correction of my statement here. Okay, it is directly returning the value, no generator, nothing, because I was right discussing about map and filter yesterday. I was in the same this thing, same flow. Yeah, but it's okay, fine. We got it right. So this is reduce, friends. We don't see any error now. We got it. No need of any conversion, anything. All your values are just simply converted to a single value, which is nothing but sum of elements of list. Right? Finally, we can see that 5 values got converted to a single value. Even it is 10 or 100 or 1000, it gets converted to a single output with reduce. As the name says, reduce reduces group of values into a single value. I hope this is clear. And this is test case 1, of course. So what is this? This is test case 1. We did tested by using a customized function as a parameter to reduce function. Now test case 2, we implement the same, but with what, friends? With a, by instead of using customized function, we use lambda function here. Let's do that. Test case 2. Okay, copy this and paste it here. Reduce of here, remove this add and just apply a lambda space. What is it? Lambda space x comma y. Same thing. Just only thing is what changes is just the format changes, and everything just happens in a single line. That's all. We are done, friends. See, we just replaced our customized function with a simple lambda function. See here how simple this is. Even this takes two parameters. Even this is doing addition of two values. But the difference is what, friends? We are doing all this in a single line. That is all. That's all, friends. Now print output, and I'll just give you a quick tracing how this works. That's all. So output, and now run this and print it. Now you got 15 in both cases. It is working pretty well. What is the execution flow here? Each time what happens as reduce is an inbuilt iterator. It will try to iterate this list, extract first two values, sorry, because we are applying here. What is that? Add takes two parameters, right? In such case, reduce try to read first two values and then pass it to the add method. Maybe if you want, you can print X and Y here and see, friends, if you are curious, or you can put a debugger, sorry. Instead of this, what comes to X first, what comes to Y first, if you want to see all that, just to do a debugging, quick debugging, run this now, you can see that in the first iteration itself, you understand how this execution flow is happening with what, friends? With the reduce. I'm just running this program in a debug mode. Taking time, I believe. I ran in a debug mode. Not sure. Oh, see what happened, I put breakpoint in a wrong place. When you put it in the wrong place, that breakpoint don't have any effect, friends. Just keep in mind, it don't have any impact. You have to put breakpoint at colors are with values like that. You cannot put it at the definition of function because it doesn't do anything there. Just it executes, takes parameters, do something. That's all. So now you add here. This works very well. Okay. So right click and do debugging. This starts working. Expect. See, now what is that I should do? I will ask to step into. When I say step into, what happens now? You can see here, this reduce function extracted first two values from the list. You can see the values here. X is copied with 1, Y is assigned with 2. Right? Again, if I say step over now, because that is enough for us. What happened? That result is again written back here. Now again step into. Now you see what is that it is doing? It is using one parameter to temporarily hold the result and copying the next element. See here, it's more like temporarily copying the result of two variables and again adding that to the next one and again taking next value, adding that to the next one. Like that, this is happening. Got it right, friends? So internally, it is choosing one variable as a temp variable to hold that result back. Okay. So that's it, friends. Now again, if I say, what is that here? The return. Again, it returns back. Again, if we say go with the step into, you can see now that result X is used actually. It is using first parameter as a temporary variable here, which holds a resultant variable, which actually holds the sum of all that results. Okay, sum of all values, and that is added to the next value into the in that list, friends. Okay. Now again 6 plus 4, 10, that is again assigned to X and again into Y, it will take 5. Okay, 10 plus 5 again, it will become 50 and that is assigned to X. Something like that, it keeps going, friends. Okay. Once that execution of iteration of all values from list is completed, it just returns that total result to reduce back. Finally, reduce assigns that to output here. This is the execution flow, friends. Is that clear for all of you? Whenever you are in any doubt, just apply debugging. This is very important, friends, and this is very useful to you as well. Okay. So finally, we are done with this. Which one? All advanced functions thing is closed now. We try to discuss about, we touched each and everything about functions, about what is function, types of functions, types of arguments with functions, different types of functions again, like recursive function, lambda functions, all that. And advanced Python functions like map, filter, and reduce. Right? Whenever if any situation comes, I'll try to add this in our code base so that you also understand how to apply them in your code, friends. You got it right. So that is the idea. So now, what do? We are done with this. I'm just sharing this code with you so that we can jump to the next topic. Where is it? Come on. Let me share this with you. Again, now we are done with all this thing. So what do we do right now?